Most horror relies entirely on what you can see or what is hiding just out of sight in the shadows. But when you strip away the visual space entirely, you find yourself forced to rely purely on sound. This creates a unique kind of vulnerability. To understand a terrifying noise, you have to lean in and listen closely. You have to actively participate in your own terror by focusing your attention directly on the threat. This brings us to Kabir, a freelance sound engineer. He spends his nights completely isolated in a soundproofed, meticulously controlled studio. It is a sanctuary designed specifically to block out the outside world. While analyzing a 30-year-old analog cassette he picked up at a flea market, he spots a strange waveform. When he isolates the track, he hears a faint, distinct whisper hidden beneath layers of static. A physical tape from decades ago should be completely static, a frozen piece of history.
The tension comes from watching that rigid boundary break down as a seemingly dead recording bleeds into the present moment. The short film, The Echo Chamber, builds a weaponized audio landscape. It designs a mechanical trap specifically tailored to isolate and capture an audio file. Look at Kabir's workspace. It is a dark, claustrophobic box cut off from the outside world. Bathed only in the glow of his monitors, his environment guarantees physical isolation. When he hears the whisper, he applies digital filters to strip away the background hiss. Manipulating the audio gives him a false sense of superiority. He treats the tape as an object he can control through software. The filmmakers use a diegetic sound trap, meaning they build fear using the organic, everyday sounds already present in the room. By blending the hum of his mixing boards and the ticking of his clocks into the soundscape, the script creates an illusion of complete safety. This diagram shows where that illusion shatters. A terrified woman's voice on the recording tells him to check the timestamp. When he opens the file properties, the original creation date of 1994 vanishes, overridden by a new, blinking label, today, 3 a.m. The file on Kabir's monitor has transformed into a live feed that observes and reacts to him in real time. This metadata flip proves the threat has breached the confines of his editing software. The audio is actively intruding on his present reality. The breach escalates rapidly. A rhythmic heartbeat effect playing inside Kabir's headphones suddenly stops, only to be replaced by a physical thump echoing through the actual drywall of his apartment. Kabir is forced out of his chair. He shifts from a passive listener manipulating data to an active hunter, holding a shotgun microphone and scanning his own hallway for the source of the noise. As he points the mic at a closed utility closet, the physical and digital worlds violently collide. The sounds captured through the keyhole instantly cause the volume meters on his portable recording device to spike into the red. Back in his studio, a new audio file labeled live_feed_01 generates on his timeline, autonomously overwriting existing tracks. Then, a distorted roar blasts through his speakers. The voice commands, "Open the door, Kabir." The track has achieved sentience, recognizing him by name. The microphones and speakers Kabir once used to master sound are now hunting him, functioning as predatory extensions of the tape. The narrative systematically strips away all of the protagonist's defenses. His trusted space and his own tools have become the exact instruments of his destruction. As heavy footsteps approach and the studio doorknob turns, the speakers emit one final, perfectly clear audio clip. It is Kabir's own voice, repeating the exact same whisper he heard at the very beginning of the film, behind the drywall. This structure is known as a causal loop. In this diagram, Kabir finds the tape, cleans the audio, is hunted by it, and ultimately becomes the tape. The narrative's beginning and end are the same event. A blinding white light floods the room. Kabir is converted directly into trapped audio data. The epilogue drops us right back at the flea market where the story started. A stranger picks up a dusty cassette, flips it over, and finds a single word handwritten in ink: Kabir.
Kabir spent his life cutting himself off from the world to obsess over minor sonic details in the dark. The film uses this loop to show how his hyper-focused obsession turned his sanctuary into a vacuum where only the audio remained. By stripping away reality to find the source of the signal, Kabir effectively cleared a path for the signal to find him. He didn't just decode a recording, he became the recording, proving that when you listen too closely to the medium listens back.